was telling you, the Polynesian Christian Lalo sister, she was like in her 40s or early 50s, late 40s, early 50s. She knew of sisters, Polynesian women who wanted to marry. And the thing is, she would say, call me. I would call her from different payphones because I was so much in value of her number. I didn't want her number being logged as another point of contact on this phone, this SIM card. More aptly to speak, it's the SIM card, which is fusion-centered monitored. So Lalu, once I recalled, then suddenly I remember that day, cars that were of law enforcement were passing by, and you can tell the way these men look. You can see the hatred in their face, man, the way they look, man, like Matrix, Mr. Anderson, robot types. But other ones, hatred, man, pure hate, redneck. So what happened was I was standing with Lalu. They saw me standing with her, man, in front of the house, man. So ever since then, Lalu was evasive as far as letting me meet these women who wanted to beat me, because that is a part of the Cancerian thing. A woman who has a home, they're looking for somebody to settle down with them. There's a lot of that here in the Bay Area. Women over 30 who are looking for someone to lay down with them, but to stay with them and to settle down with them, to actually have a life. They will still go anywhere with you once they know you are reliable and that you are real, sincere. You actually mean what you say. Government stepping in between that. Can you imagine that? Governments intervening in between that. I don't want this nigger, I don't want this Negro, this man to have that to become stronger. I don't want that. I want him in the streets with nobody, dejected, hated, stinking, smelling, not able to take a shower. This is what I want. So Lalo became very evasive and would say, well, I don't know, she has that crusty voice. I don't know. What are you talking about? And nobody contacted me. But was very evasive to the point days became weeks became months, never able to meet her friends who were eager to meet me. And then she would say, I lost the number, I have the number on the phone, I don't have their numbers anymore. So there's been a consistent pattern like that. But this maid, for some reason, they allow me to speak to her and want me to go to Indonesia, which has counterterrorism units. One is called Kopassus. Kopassus is no joke, Kaki. You don't play with Kopassus, especially the darker Southeast Asian, the brown Southeast Asian people. When they get hard on you, the Malayu, you don't play with them. The Bumi, the Bahasa. The other one, Detachment 88. Listen to the numbers. Detachment, the Chinese put their signature when they have economic parity on everything. They love that 8, boy. The goddamn 8. They say the President Obama is under the number 8. They love that damn 8, man. So, Detachment 88, that means it was formed or probably the nexus, the brainchild of someone of Chinese ethnicity. Detachment 88, them boys, you don't want them coming with baklavas. Baklavas is a face mask, actually, which comes from the Black Sea region of Russia. The baklava face mask coming in and kicking your door down. You don't want them doing that out. Detachment 88, those people are no joke. They want you to go to Indonesia so they can torment you more. Filth. These people are filth. As Dr. Mahathir warned us about, Dr. King Mahathir, Al-Rahmallah, God keep and protect and sanctify, man, his presence, his family, his soul, as well as Brother Najib Tun Razak. God protect him, man, and keep all libel accusations away from them. They warned us, Dr. Mahathir, about this, Dr. Tun, about these people, man, particularly those still in line with the British. But Dr. Tun Razak warned us, but he had to be very discreet about warning us, man, about these people, man. Yeah, these people got their tentacles everywhere, man. Them, man. People, man, and their houseboy, their Mandarin houseboy, who's now running a lot of the economy. The British, man, people, man, shaitani, man, over the stuff, man. Very shaitani. Not the British populace, but a lot of them, their culture. Their thing with the British, German is brute force. Is intelligence, but matched with pure mechanism, intelligent force. The British Their pride and joy is to outwit and to dismantle their enemy without him even knowing it. People that they are threatened by, even if you're not an enemy, people, if you make them uncomfortable and threatened, they still classify you as an enemy. Their thing is to outwit you and to dismantle you, to dismember you, and you don't even know it. That's their pride and joy in British culture, as you would see in pictures like the Tudors, Shakespeare, and other shows with British actors. I, Claudius, descending from the Ides of March, the Roman Imperium, is deceit. That's their thing in British culture. And what they did was they used the Chinese as a houseboy over the other ethnic groups in Southeast Asia, and then transferred the manners of power to Chinese. Now I'm going to feign urinating because it's going to hurt. Bismillah. Oh, it didn't hurt too bad, but it stings a little bit. No, that never happened to me before. No, only now. These living conditions don't help. But still, it's better than being in a jail administered by Detachment 88. You don't want that. You don't want that, man. No, man. You don't want none of that, man. Detachment 88 or the ISD jail, where I heard slamming, like a slamming on flesh. Like I'm trying to imitate the sound of the flesh, the way I heard it hit, like a. I heard it, man. I swear to God, man. I'm a very vouchsafed sound witness. Trust me, brother. And that Chinese bus driver said they beat, brother. Concerning anything insurrectionist, brother, they will hit you. Anything insurrectionist or volatile, causing social instability, or you're riling up people against the government, they will hit you, man. They will hit you, man. They knock you every time, man. Like the Chinese interrogator in Singapore told me, he said, we have bamboo sticks. Yeah? The sticks will hurt, and they will leave no marks. We have, or in this exhibit, we have a phone book. What does a phone book and hammer do, my friend? Do you know what a phone book? See, how can I know these things? I'm an Afro-American here at SFO Airport telling you about these things. A phone book and hammers, and a whole assortment of other things. They leave no mark, but inside they break plenty of bones. How did I tell you this? If I didn't go through that, if you didn't tell me that. You know, I didn't know any of that until I went underground in Singapore. Just before the November 2009 visit of who? President Barack H. Obama. This is what the U.S. military, possibly Robert Mueller III, they had a black bag in the room. Took me to another room. Took my handcuffed hand off the wall in the chair where I was. Took me to another room. Handcuffed me to that chair. Brought a black bag in. It looked like a doctor's bag. The Singapore handcuffs are made and coincide with the UK, with England. Right? Or I think they made it Singapore. I forget how the structure is. I was reading the handcuffs. They took them off, took these other set of handcuffs out of the black bag, said the director, the FBI director is coming in to talk to you. Put those handcuffs on me, and then had me sit there for about an hour, maybe an hour plus or more, and then took them off, or 2 hours, and said, director, you're not worth it, or whatever.